So in all honesty, I was not sure exactly how to start this video up because I've been out of routine for so long. It's been about over a year now that I've just not been on a consistent routine, and life happened. So that's kind of what's been getting me off rail. But I think we're in a place right now where we can finally get back into routine and start vlogging, start making content, and actually shoot for maybe doing a show and stuff like that. So we'll see how this goes. But obviously, I want to start getting back into pushing really heavy, good volume, get it back into my routine here. And so, I mean, it being the first day back, I'm not going to be doing anything crazy. I'm probably going to stick to machines for the most part this entire week until at least just to get my body kind of recuperated back into the gym. And then after that, we'll probably get back into lifting the regular weights, free weights, a lot more free weight work. But honestly, the machines, I like them just because, especially on a week like this, I can push pretty hard. But it's not as daunting or as, I don't know really how to put it, but with free weights, I just feel like I can't push nearly as much just because there's a risk factor of you can drop them, they're free weights. Machines, they're a lot safer in terms of just my lifts, so I'm probably just gonna stick to machines for today. I'm gonna do chest and back. I'll probably come back later and do cardio, but we'll start with that. Honestly, we'll just see how the day goes, see how it feels, but I'm gonna take this week to get my body really back into the whole experience of at least being in the gym, so hopefully it goes well. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to even lift this, honestly. Okay. That wasn't too bad, but we're going to drop down from 115 maybe to the 85, and then just rep those out for about 12, or as close as I can get to 12. Oh. 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 We're going to do 2 more sets of that and then call it good on this. Yeah, honestly, I picked that up and I thought I may have picked up a little bit too much, but we got 6, so we'll take it. Yeah. I think I'll call it good for that. On the machines, I try and push till failure for the most part, so that's why I go all the way till. I pretty much don't. It'd be good to hit about 8 to 10 reps is what I try and aim for. My heavier sets, you know, maybe hitting that 5 to 8 range. But for the most part, once I hit that, I try and either ballpark that's where I'm going to hit till failure, or as close. If I hit that, then, you know, I kind of try and push it till failure. But I think we're going to do this chest fly machine. Yeah. Oof. This one's pretty self-explanatory. We're just gonna go heavy, and I like to go all the way up. There we go. Warm up on 100 pounds. Oh. At this point, it's almost like a really great stretch. For 10, that didn't feel too bad, honestly. honestly, that's pretty much it for today. I'm gonna turn the camera off here just because there's really nothing interesting else to shoot other than me sweating on the. I think I'm gonna try the Stairmaster today. I'll probably last 5 minutes on that thing. Not even. We'll see. I think for now I'm gonna start on a 4-day split where I do chest and back like today, then probably cycle in arms and then shoulders and then legs, at least to start out. I might switch it back to my 3-day routine. But for now, we'll start with 4. But anyways, guys, if you watched till this far, appreciate it. I'll probably catch you guys when I get home. But for now, I'm really just going to go sweat for a little bit more. Again, I didn't know exactly how I was going to go about this video, but I thought it would be at least good to start somewhere. And it's not going to be the greatest video ever, but honestly, I think I got to a point where, yes, I'm in a better place where I'm able to pursue this more, but you also just get tired of the fact that there's been so many times in the past where I've tried, for honestly the last, I can probably say about 3, maybe plus years, honestly, I've wanted to pursue, being able to vlog, content creation, all that fun stuff, and I've just not been able to because circumstances get in the way, and me dealing with all my immigration paperwork and fun stuff like that, it gets a little bit challenging as to what you can do. There are just some seasons where you're limited, and so for a while I didn't have my license, and obviously, then I can't legally drive, so I can't really go to the gym much. I would go with, and summer, fall kind of gives leeway where I can. My wife got me a scooter where I could, ride that to the gym, and I didn't mind that whatsoever. But winter comes along, and so that's another 4-month period of just you're not sure, and you're just limited on what you can do. But I want to get, to sum it up, honestly, I want to really pursue this in a way that is, despite whatever situation might be, even if the seasons are inconsistent in how and maybe what I'm able to do, I want to be able to do this and really push towards it because this is something I personally enjoy. I love going to the gym, obviously. It's something I've wanted to do ever since I was a kid, honestly, and just pursue bodybuilding. And I find it super fun. Content creation is fun for me. But honestly, again, the seasons have been limiting in the past, but hopefully going forward, things open up a little bit better. But honestly, again, this one thing that I struggled with for a really long time for a little bit was trying to understand whether it was worth kind of getting back up on the horse and keep doing what I like doing, because you try so many times and things just come up. There's always a roadblock, there's always a challenge in your way, and honestly, I got into almost a victim mentality where rather, I spend more of my time questioning, why me? Why is all this happening? I just, all I'm asking for is a simple, a license would be nice at least. And, I've got that now, which I'm super, super thankful for. But I did spend a lot of time asking God and questioning God why, when I really should have been asking Him to open my eyes to whatever He's trying to teach me. And I obviously didn't do a good job of that for a really long time. But I had a really good talk with my wife the other day, and it made me realize that oftentimes the trials that we face and the challenges and the seasons that we go through, in the grand scheme of things, it's for us to grow out of those things. There's something that we're being taught in that season of life. There's something for us to learn. And for some, to each their own, we're not all the same, and different circumstances, different things. But I really do think God allows suffering and trials in our life just because not just for the sake of our own suffering, but genuinely for us to learn, to be able to grow. It's the same thing as I always hear this analogy being used, but it's the simplest one to understand. When you want a really good, you know, pick whatever sport, tennis, um, soccer, football, basketball. If you want an athlete to be really, really well developed and skilled in whatever sport they're doing, their training session is going to be super um, tiresome. It's going to be grueling. It's going to be challenging. So you allow that athlete to suffer through periods of time where physically it sucks, mentally it sucks, emotionally it's draining, but they perform at the top level, and that's what allows them to get there. And so I really think it's the same way for us when it comes to really just our walk in life, whatever it is you want to do. Um, I really do think that whatever season of trials you've had to endure or are in the middle of right now, there it's not just for the sake of you suffering. And I think the sooner we can see that and realize that, and then start to function off of that reality, then it gets a little bit, it doesn't take away the problem, but it gives us a different perspective. And so, that's something that really hit me recently, and I've been pondering over, and I thought I'd share with you guys. But again, I wasn't sure how to necessarily go about this video. I just said I need to pick up the camera and start. So, let me know in the comments section what you guys want to see more of, whether it's, you know, I'm gonna obviously be posting as much as I can, and maybe um, if I see any feedback on what you guys would like, I'm gonna try my best to keep that in mind. But yeah, let me know if there's, what you liked about the video, what you'd like to see change. Obviously, this is my first full-on video, so um, it's not probably gonna be the greatest thing you've seen, but that's all right. But anyways, I'm starving, so I'm probably gonna get some food. I got some ribs left over, so I'm gonna warm those up, eat that up, get going with the rest of my day, and then I don't know. Till then, I'll guess I'll see you guys next time. Peace.